I know this is it's kind of dark, but that's because let me see if I can move over to some more light. I just had a just wanted to do a video. Um, it's been an enlightening day for me in connecting with my tribe, connecting with myself. More importantly, for me at this stage, and one of the questions that we were asked in the program was, yeah, I'm hoping to post this up in the proof of life stuff. So I guess I should say this part. I had a traumatic brain injury in 2011, and things really changed for me, to say the least. And aside from the physical things that I went to, I don't want to get into that right now, but it made it very challenging, even more challenging with being around people. So I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue as well as, and I'm standing right now, and fibromyalgia, and I have made tremendous improvement. So let me just say that, meaning I've gone from pain out of 100% of my body to probably about, I want to say, I probably have it's kind of hard to guess, maybe 40%, between 35 and 40% of pain in certain areas, which I've been working on. And I started with my head because, of course, I had headaches. And so, but one of the questions that we're asking our ambassadors training orientation was, what is it that we excel in, but it doesn't exhaust us? And so instead of trying to just think about, how I performed in the matrix, I needed to be in the fake matrix. I needed to be honest with myself and looking and accepting my situation right now. And, and I've been joining the meditations, and actually I'm doing this video before meditation because the meditation for Wednesday morning was just awesome. It really helped me because that centering thing was so important. And so I went, of course I always go over my notes, and yes, I'm aware of all the tools out there and I'm doing my best to use them. However, organizing is one of my strengths, so I am naturally organized. And the way my mind works, I have the ability to see things, and the challenge is, and see how they're working, but the challenge is I physically have not been able to keep up as I age, and of course due to the injuries. However, I am regaining confidence and feeling motivated that I could heal myself to the point where I could start running again if I wanted to, because I used to be a former athlete, and I also sometimes can be hard on myself with respect to, for instance, when I was asked the question in the vibratory analysis form about did I exercise, I said none, because exercising to me is, I used to run 6 miles a day and I used to lift weights, and so I don't do any of that anymore. And then I realized, well, you do exercise. You walk around the park, and I have elliptical machine in my room that I use when I can't get outside. So I do understand the importance of moving. So I guess I do work out, because when I received the suggested workout of the like no excuses, I laughed, and it motivated me to go take the walk, because it's like, oh, I could do that, because that was kind of how I was moving in the beginning. And at least if I, just like today, my legs are really, really hurting, so I did not go for a walk today. I had an alternative exercise I did with stairs. So that's not really what I got on here to say. But what I really want to say is I'm good at least I think I am, at explaining, expounding, because of my ability to be empathetic with people, even though I carry whatever is working with them. But I'm learning that if things are balanced, I can assist without it overtaking me. And I'm good at teaching. I'm told now, these are also things that I am told that I'm good at, but these are things that don't mean that are just I enjoy doing and they're easy for me, and I don't. It just kind of I don't even know the words to use, but that is with speaking. And anytime I'm around people, it's like because of that empathetic ability, I'm speaking health into their life, or I'm speaking life into their life. It's like I'm always, I get this thing where, well, anyway, so that, and I'm not sure how to describe that. And organizing, I have this ability to organize things. For instance, in the training, I saw an error in the thing that Savan was showing. There were two ands, A-N-D, under the empowerment heading. And I was thinking, I wonder, should I say something? And then I'm thinking, I use Grammarly. He encouraged us to use Grammarly. And I know, he's technology savvy, and I'm learning. I'm just like, oh, that's another thing. Talking about computers and technology, I had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. So I always got my sisters or my cousins or someone to do the technology stuff. I was not interested. I was so against the cell phones. I didn't have a cell phone for a long time because I just didn't want it. And if I did have it, it was in my car off, and I only used it if I had an emergency, like I needed something. I mean, I'm talking about like a flat tire or some gas or something like that. I mean, I just never used it. So for me to have a head injury and then come back and start using technology was like unbearable. Couldn't do it. How can I get through my life without it? And now, since I've joined Secret Energy, that's all I've been doing is learning and adjusting. I had to start all over with opening. I always had a YouTube account, but I never really used it. I had started making a few videos, but then I just really wasn't feeling good about it. So I, you know, started learning. So I just created, after the training we did with one of the gentlemen that helped us in our training. I can't remember your name right now, forgive me, but thank you. With how to start opening these free things. Well, that's what I did, because I'm thinking, if I'm going to grow a business online, I don't have any connection. So if I don't respond, or if I'm not connecting, that's because I'm learning. I'm learning how to use this stuff. It's just like, this is the first time for me on a lot of this stuff, with the exception of YouTube, Twitter. And I didn't like Facebook anyway. I never liked Facebook. I just got begged to be in Facebook. And I connected, and I regret having gotten on there, because even though I didn't know the things that I know now, it was just something about it that I just felt like they were collecting our data and using it against us. And they were trying to force us to do things and think things. And, I'm that sensitive to things. So that's why I stay to myself. It's not that I would like to do this. However, I am finding myself feeling comfortable enough to do this with the people that I've connected with in this tribe, because we're all on our own journey. And so I just want to give honor and gratitude and thank you. And I made this video. So with that being said, why am I saying this? I guess this is proof of life. Oh, I know it's kind of dark in here. And that is, and I could turn the light on, but I don't feel like it. And my arm is kind of hurting right now. I mean, it's not hurting, it's just tired. So I got to try to hold it. And I want to stand and do this video, because it's so easy for me to just go sit down. So that means, and that's another thing. Like I do, like sometimes I spend so much time alone, I'm always writing, drawing, just ideas. And like Savan said, I do Evernote now, even though I'm already organized. It's like, so with respect to the project, I'm not sure how that works. So, but as far as having something on my own, I don't have anything. So I'm planning on, being a soul coach and doing that. And I guess that's not true. I guess I do have, that is not true at all. Oh my goodness. I do have something. It's just that I'm still in training, learning how to design it and, follow the Unify format. So, but I'll get there. I'm still learning and training as well. Like you said, it's patience. And I really have done it this time, showing up for self, and wow. And one of the things I told myself when I started my own business was that I was going to work harder, put in more energy for myself than I did when I was in the fake matrix, because I was a workaholic. I overworked. I was the over and beyond type worker. I was the one who got the 100% on the audits and the surveys and always showed up on time till I wore myself out till I was exhausted. So, so with that being said, I guess I'm gonna start blogging and doing videos and just speaking, you know, my self-expression, and hopefully it draws people to me, because and all, and just talking to people, because I really am concerned about people's souls, in the sense of, as I'm understanding and learning myself, is giving as many people the opportunity to do that for themselves as well, is just guiding them to secret energy, because like Savan said, all the work is done. All I got to do is just speak my truth, and how this family has helped me, and with what I've been through, and that I was determined to heal. I mean, that was it, once, because when you go through something like that, you really learn the importance of, you know, how important life is. And for instance, after my head injury, I was able to do an 8.2-mile hike. So that's why when I have setbacks, I have memories to realize, okay, I can do it again. I can do it again. So wholeness and balance vibration, self expressions by Aja Tribe. I love you.